Georgia in Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Hand off from the shotgun. All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you, but let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Going with the ground game left. And he's still running after the move. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying to impose their will with the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride at the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short in the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Garrison. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the misconnection on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. A lot of touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give out of the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Got the back over the middle. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And that's just inexcusable if you're on defense there, man. 3rd and long, you've worked so hard to get to that point, right? To put yourself in position to come off the field, and you're going to allow a check down throw to the running back to go pick up that first? Man, that's going to drive this defensive coordinator.
He lobs one high down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Finds his tight end. He'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive game for my offense.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun. Give on the inside. Not much running room there. thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. On the move at the 30. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense. Great field position.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Appalachian State is ahead in this one, and we've seen this program pull off some incredible wins over the years, but they're not there yet. They're up by a field goal over East Carolina. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
To the ground with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. He's got moved. Oh, out of space. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they got it down to the 23.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Dogs in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game. A remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road, potentially, but you got to win it.
Touchdown, Georgia! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, You want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He'll bring it out. It's Samuel. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab, it's Garrison. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Lets it fly deep downfield. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. He's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a first down as they try to score one late in the half. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll try it over the left side. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Going to swing it on second down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he throws that thing just inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Handoff to the single running back. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Makes a move. He just about popped that one. Long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Gets it out fast. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Here's the handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. Just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Fights off the defender. The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quarterback may change this route. He'll throw on third down. It's complete to the right. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Aggressive, 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 man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. But I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good...
Oh, trickeration, he wants to throw. And it's caught. Can he get to the marker?
We'll give the return team credit there because they were able to rally and get a massive stop. Now, the kicking team thought they had the perfect play, and they snap it to the up man. He sees his target downfield, throws the completion. Everything's going right. But the return team able to make a massive tackle. The gamble does not pay off, and that is a critical turnover on downs.
They're dealing with a second and long. He might want another play. And back to the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll give it to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll take it himself. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll move the tight end. Back to pass on second down. Completes it in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Fires to the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. That's caught. It's Garrison. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The Hawkeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
And I tell you what, these big-body tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. Usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money. But this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, and he'll do the rest.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got the tight end outside. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. He's looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. He'll do it himself. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
From their own 18-yard line, it's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Picked off to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but play by this defense to get the football.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
A strike downfield. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. And the Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Garrison. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Troy. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They've got the lead, but here in the fourth quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
Wants to throw on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Peters. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the 1st down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop you.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. He's going to let one fly down the middle. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
That's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Got a man, it's Garrison. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Here's a heat. He wants a big play here late. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. It's complete. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. Wants to throw it. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
This one's complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and want. He uncorks one deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Not all close games are created equal, but